Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Rev Dane Marks, for those who don't know me. And I'm just introducing the series which I'm doing now. So this is a bit of an introduction about me and about the series which I'm doing. So what I'm tending to notice at the moment is that a lot of people are still struggling with being able to communicate with God. And I think it's down to their belief that they're not worthy and they can't communicate with God. The thing is, we are communicating with God all the time. And that is why I'm starting this series called Chatting with God to show people how God communicates in to for people who don't know, because a lot of you will when we ask questions, and why we should continue to seek to be speaking with the Lord, and in order for us to be able to get to get on track and stay on track from where we are, and understanding that this life isn't about us, it's about the people we serve, and how we can help other people. I've always found my life far better with God in it than not. Hence why I've always followed this kind of path moving forward. So, chatting with God is a series, and I aim to make it as clear and transparent of the way we communicate, and also giving feedback of the information that I get back from God, in order to move through life and get the things that we desire, as well as do the work that we're called to do, and live in that scope of being able to get the clear information, as God guides us for, and get the clear results that we want, within our lifestyle, within our life, and also be able to help others as well, and be able to help there. But it does need that constant dialogue. So before we start, let me just explain about what my understanding of what God is. So God, when I refer to God, or the Lord, I refer to the universal principle, or the universal creative principle, the source of everything, and I believe we are all extensions of that. I believe we are all awareness primarily. And I don't believe this. We are physical beings. I believe we are spiritual beings. I believe we are awareness, in our purest context, and our thoughts and our bodies are just extensions of that in order for us to, and I believe the awareness is the internal part of us. I think it's the same. We're all extensions of that, of us, all extensions of the one source of the awareness, which is creative. And then we are a physical body, which also thinks. I believe the mind is the intimate, is the process in which we communicate with both the spirituality and the physical world. I think that's the interlink. And then I also believe that then we've got the extension of the physical body. I believe the source of all is pure love. I think its power is well underestimated for what it is. I think it is everything, and I think we are guided by that when we decide to have access to it. But we've got to understand how God communicates with us. Chatting with God is really about that. It's about being able to explain the processes, and be able to have a conversation with God, as well as and then as well as demonstrate how that communication is coming through. And whilst I serve the communities which I serve, through the non-for-profits that I run, and then allowing people to open up that space so people understand what that is all about for them. I'm a New Thought minister. I have been for a long time, and as you can see from my video channel, there's a lot which I bring in and move outwards. And I believe that we are the source of all the information, that the Lord brings to us and guides us in His own way. How we need to be navigating through life. And I believe that all the prophets which we've had, far from, have been teaching us that. I believe the Bible is a really good book and a really good source of inspiration. But I think its primary objective is to teach us how to communicate with God, and it's quite open on that right the way through, from Genesis right the way through to Revelation, and about explaining of how different prophets have communicated with God. I believe we all have access to that ability, and we just got to be able to understand how the Lord basically communicates back with us. So I hope you enjoyed the series, Chatting with God. Thank you. Love, Rev Dane.